and welcome. In this video I'm going to show a variety of toys from Tomy. A bunch of them are wind-up toys like these two robots going across the screen right now. These guys you may have noticed in the header image for both the YouTube channel and the blog. Tomy makes a lot of wind-up toys, or they did. They don't all still work, but I'm going to show them anyway because I think they're cool to look at. So Tomy they were founded in 1924 in Japan, and I apologize if I messed up any of these Japanese words. The company was originally called Tomiyama Toy Seisokusho. It was founded by Ichiro Tomiyama. So the name Tomy comes from the founder's surname, but he didn't abbreviate the company name until the 1960s. And fast forwarding all the way to 2006, Tomy merged with Takara. Now Takara, I've mentioned before in the Transformers video. They are the toy company responsible for the robots that Hasbro turned into the Transformers. And a little off topic, but since I mentioned Takara, I do have two penny racers to show you. These are also from Takara, probably one of the better known Takara toys beyond the Transformers. These are from the early 80s. Most items I'm going to show you today are from the late 70s, early 80s. Penny racers you might also know from video games. There have been a few penny racer games released in North America. The last one on the Wii, which was published by Tomy. And there's one on N64, and in Japan these are known as either, I don't know how to pronounce it, either Chorokyu or Korokyu, and Atlas did release a game called that on the PlayStation 2 in North America. This one here has glow-in-the-dark parts, and all they do is you just pull them back and they go. They're called penny racers, aside from being small, so you can put a penny in the back of them, and that adds some weight to the car so that they might do a wheelie, or if you adjust it to the side, they can do little turns. Alright, so back to Tomy. I'm going to jump around a lot with a few different items, do some wind-ups, do some die-cast back to wind-ups. This guy is missing his legs, so he's just hanging on by his hands there. This is called, I mean, you're not going to be able to read it here, but it says Pop Cycles, and then Tomy right there. So, similar to the penny racers, you just wind them up and let them go. But this, instead of pulling it back, you yank the zip line out, and it spins the back tire. And off he goes. Alright, I'm going to go next to a couple little toys that use wind-ups. This one here is Bumbling Boxing. Just try to avoid the light glare a bit. So it's a carrying case, you can tell at the handle right here. And then it pops open, and the two characters are inside on a tray. Take them out, flip the case over, and you have a boxing ring. So this is kind of a two-player game. You could set them up on your own, but each player would take a character. And you can position the boxing gloves before you let them go. Fortunately, these are two that don't work anymore. The wind just doesn't actually do anything. And some of the times this one's also is nothing. Sometimes they make noise, but then just kind of unwind instantly when you let them go. So these guys are a little unique in that their arms move with their feet. Most toys that I have at least only have one part that moves. So when these guys walk, the arms go back and forth, and the objective would be to knock the other guy over. They wobble a little, so they should fall over if they get hit. It's also possible they just walk right out of the ring. And the boxers have some decent detail. You can tell they're boxers obviously with the gloves, the shorts, the trunks, and then they each have a black eye. You can tell they were hit. The eyes are stickers, as they are in quite a few of these. Alright, next item is Hopalong Hoopster. This one, as you can see, I have the box. I don't have any other boxes, although some of these things like wind-up toys wouldn't really have had a box. There's a bit of a mess on the box here. It's because it's a recent mess. Because I tried to remove, well, I did remove the price tags, but I didn't do it very well. And chemicals, or I think I used Goo Gone. It kind of really just made a mess of the cardboard. It had a $7.99, or no, this one had a $5.99 price with a line through it, and then a $3.99 price with a line through it. So there were a couple price tags. I don't know what it ultimately cost, but $5.99 was probably the original price. So this game doesn't have a manual in it. I doubt it came with one because it's rather self-explanatory, and they basically tell you right there what you are to do. So it's a little half court. You get the scoreboard and the net, and the objective is to score baskets. So what you have here is a little character, also a wind-up toy. This would be Hoopster, and there's a starting line over here. He goes there. You gotta line him up so that his hand will hit this first peg. This is the pass peg, although you can shoot from there as well. So what you do, he hops along, hooks his hand and goes in a circle, and then you can either shoot when he's on the platform or hold down the pass to lower the peg. You gotta time it right so that he hooks onto this peg and swings around. So you have two panels here when you hit the shoot button. One is worth 2 points, and this one is not a three-pointer as you may have assumed because it's basketball, but it's actually a 4-pointer. I think it's just so the scoreboard can go by twos. So, you know, I don't know if you can see the numbers, but 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. What am I saying? And it goes up to 18, is what I was about to say. So, if you're going against another player, you know, you can try to reach the 18 points faster if you go for the fours, but there's a risk involved because you have to time everything better, and it's a little harder to make this shot. So I'm going to demo it really briefly, but I do warn you, it might be a little loud, because to get him up there, you really got to pound that shoot button. Sometimes he doesn't really even come close, but we'll see. Alright, I'm going to go for the 4, and he hopped right out of there, but I'm sure you have the idea, so I'm just going to put him over here. And he just launched straight up into the air. Yeah, I'll try for the 2 this time. Right, there you go, into the hoop. It's a pretty cool little hoopster toy. The hoopster is a good wind up. It still has a lot of power in him too. A little basketball with feet, hand, and a little smiley face. Alright, I'm going to go to skill squares. So the name is up here engraved in the plastic. I don't know how easy it is to see because it's clear, but it says skill squares. These are wind-up toys as well. Wind them up on the bottom. There's an on-off switch, and it's a little game you play. You gotta flip it over to reset the bottles. This is shooting gallery. And unfortunately, these do not want to work either. I mean, they worked. I pulled them out of storage. I wound them up, and they worked one time. I guess they had one wind left in them, and then they stopped. So this one, you just flip this to shoot the ball. You can kind of turn it with the winder just to line it up better. And it's very simple. Even if you miss or make it, the ball comes right back to you. So the gun just goes back and forth. It's really very easy. I can't imagine not knocking down all 4, but they do give you a score chart on the back. It says, are you top gun? See how many bottles you can knock down before time's up. 0 to 1, need practice. 2, not so good shot. 3, good shot for Top Gun. I don't know if you can read these, but on the blog, I'll have a blog entry for this video, and I'll have close-up photos of everything if you want to get a better look. Now, Rescue Copter has the name in there on a sticker. This one's a bit tougher. You just knock some of the balls off. There you go. If you're to wind it up, the helicopter goes back and forth, and you got to time your shots to get up to a magnet on the bottom. So the objective is to get every single ball up there. Once you get a few, it gets tougher. You gotta go have a lighter touch. And you gotta kind of get, you can't get all 6 in a row. You gotta get some closer to the top, but it's not too simple really. With the helicopter moving, this one is a lot more challenging. The back says, well, let me read the sentence first. The copter is magnetized. See how many balls you can save in time. 0 to 1, tragedy. 2 to 3, could be worse. 4 to 5, good work. And 6, you're a hero. Now you can hear the wind-ups. Sometimes they reactivate when I bump them. Alright. Going to go to some skill games. No wind-up here. Yeah, some light reflection from the window. So this doesn't have a name. It just says Tomy Pocket Game. They all say that, but some have names on them. This one, you just turn this right here and it causes 4 cars to go around a track. There's really no skill involved. It's just turning them. I think the objective is to just pick a color that you think will win. Maybe you have a few other people with you. You each pick a color and then you go. It's a different car does finish first each time. Yeah, finger's a little big for that. So this one, it's pretty close. Looks like green actually won it. Looked like red was going to. And that one blue takes. So they actually have some logos on this game. I don't know if it was advertising or they paid to license them. There's a Shell logo there and a Champion logo there. Surprised it doesn't have a name though like these other ones. This next one is Feed the Frogs. Just gotta reset the balls here. Yeah, just trying not to reflect too much light. This one you really gotta play on a low angle though. Otherwise it's hard to get the balls to stop. The objective is to get the balls on each one of the 9 frogs' mouths. So just flip them up and hope for the best. And down here they either fall in a hole and that's the end of the ball, or it can fall right down the middle and you get it back. Yeah, I'm not having much luck here. In any case, I got 2 on there right now. Then you can just shake it loose, or there's a switch that'll drop them in the mouths. This one is, let me reset the balls again, they always fall out there. This one's called Biplane Battle. So the objective here, you have a biplane, you pull back the lever to load up the ball and then launch it. You gotta hit underneath that red plane. And there's like this little lever there you really want to hit. You can just move there. Each good shot will cause it to move. And it slides across the screen. You got to get it behind this explosion sticker, which means you blew up the plane. And there's a lever up top that just resets the game. Next item is not a skill game. It's another Tomy Pocket game though. It's called Sentence Nonsense. And what you do, you just shake it up. There's panels for each one of these slots, and they fall down and you get a sentence. It's probably nonsense. It says, the round electric boy sang at once. And then you just do it again. You will get the same one sometimes, usually not the whole same sentence. There's a bunch in there. Got sing again, but Well, I got round again. The round polka dot creature sang sideways. Trying to get better original sentence here. Keep getting round. Let me try to get something else to fall down. There you go. The striped candy car screamed at night. So, it's amusing for a kid. It's something to entertain themselves with. Alright, let me go to Disney windups. Alright, I've got duplicates. The Plutos are identical as far as I can tell. The Mickey Mouses are a little different. Just for color scheme though, it's hard to see in the video, but this one's got a little darker skin tone and yellow hands or gloves. Not sure what they're supposed to be. This one has the white gloves like Mickey normally has. And the Mickey's one kind of works. This one works fine. The Plutos unfortunately no longer work. Pluto is like the hoopster toy. He hops. And I can try to demo it, but I'll probably just knock him over. He goes like this. He just kind of goes fast across. That would be my favorite one. It's too bad it doesn't work anymore. So Pluto is my favorite Disney character, and the hopping is, you know, it's less used than these other ones that just walk straight across. Yeah, I should mention these are from 1977, the Disney ones. Like I said, most are from the late 70s. A couple of those skill games from 1975. Alright, I'm going to go to Diecast. Next. Now these look a lot like Matchbox cars. The packaging Tomy used, they wrote Pocket Car on them. Just like Pocket Games, they like to use pockets. All small toys that you could supposedly fit in your pocket. And the packaging for these had like a denim design on the cardboard to make it look like they were in your jeans pocket. Although they call them pocket cars, they're actually, the line, the brand is called Tomica. And they say that on the bottom. I don't think you can read the metal in the video. It says Tomica 1978, scale 1/68, made in Japan, Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. So they give you a lot of details on the bottom. They all have movable parts too. The doors open on this one, the back on these. Dump truck dumps. And this is a police vehicle that has doors that open on the back. These are only 5 Tomica cars I have, I think. And these, the Ferrari's from 1977. The rest of them are from 1978. Now, you can use the dump truck here to demo some playsets. Playsets are small. Put them both out here, the first two. It's because they go together. I believe there's 6 of these. I just have these 2 from Tomy. And they're designed so that they link together. You just do that and then they stay together. The first one here is a crane. So what you do, I'm just gonna pick them up when the time comes so I don't spend too much time. You can raise this up and down. You can raise the whole crane up and down and it swivels. So you pick up one of these plastic weights that have a 5-ton sticker on them, move the crane over here, and then drop it in the truck. And you can see they both have these orange buttons that lifts the platform to make the vehicle go. And this one here is conveyor belt. Now, I believe it originally comes with brown plastic balls. I'm using these little metal ones because I couldn't find the brown balls, and I think these are cooler too. It makes a clank noise when it hits the truck. And then you can also back the truck up on this one and dump them back in. Now, something I've found is that Matchbox also made these same sets. Now, I don't have them, like this is one of the 6 that would have been also from Tomy. As you can see on the back, here's the crane, and they call it a gravel pit, the conveyor. I looked it up online. I believe Tomy calls it conveyor. But you can see they're basically the identical toys. There's some color differences, like Matchbox made this thing all yellow instead of orange. And of course it says Matchbox on the side of that instead of Tomy. Here's a set of, there's 6 of them here. I have 3 of them in the original box. So, best guess, Tomy being a Japanese company brought these to the US, and Matchbox and Hot Wheels would be huge competition for the US market, so they probably didn't sell too well, and then licensed them to Matchbox to let them sell them, because yeah, like I said, the name is much bigger, so then they probably got a decent cut. And the Matchbox ones have price tags. The latest price tag is a Kmart $3 tag. I think the other one before that is $3.93, kind of an odd price. They were probably originally like $5, I'd guess. Alright, I got one more little set and then one more diecast related toy. This one here is my favorite. This is the Paint 'em Perfect paint shop. I mean, at first glance you may think it looks kind of like a car wash type thing. It does have rollers over here. But what you're supposed to do is spray water on everything. So you have this, and you shake it, you hear a little clicking to make it kind of mimic a spray paint can. In this truck right here, it has removable panels. I think the set came with 4. I can only find the 2 that are currently on the truck. So what's going to happen is I'll spray them and images will appear. And you turn the truck to get to the other side. It does make a little bit of a mess, but it's okay. It's just a little water. Okay, I guess I exhausted the water. May need to use my finger on this a bit. I think a lot of the water kind of ran off too fast. But you can see on the back there, it's just a picture of 2 trucks and 2 vans. One is a U-Haul truck, so another licensing item. And one of these, this one here that's starting to appear, is an Armor All ad. Of course, both these companies, U-Haul, Armor All, still in business. Same logos too, as far as I could tell. They look the same. This is the little guy there, and it says Armor All up here. And the other side is just a Tomy logo. Should be easy to read once it's all there. Rather large letters. Just kind of doing this to help speed it along. You can probably see that well enough. And then just drive the truck onto the platform here and pull it through. Or pull it too fast, it falls off. And it doesn't really dry it, but it's supposed to look like it's drying it. So it's a pretty cool playset. Gives you some interactivity. I mean, most diecast toys you kind of just drive around. So I think it's a pretty cool set. Alright, I also have this boat. This is another Tomy toy, of course. But this one's not, even though it's a boat, it's not meant for water. It's actually battery operated. It's called the Roadmates Auto Ferry. Here's the on-off switch here. It runs on 2C batteries. Go in the bottom. And then you use the wheel up here to turn the tires there. Which would, you know, if you wanted to go straight or just to go in circles. And then when you go, little radar dish there moves around. Yeah, not really great on the table, but then these are ramps because it's a car carrier, so you can just drive up, carries a car, and drive off. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. This one you can probably fix, I think. The wind-ups would be a little tricky to take apart. I took this apart. Everything's wired still. Looks okay, but the motor must just be burned out. I'm sure the motor can be replaced. It's just a little soldering with wires, I think. Alright. Last up. A few more wind-up toys. Alright, these are all water toys. Here's a dolphin. He moves the tail. They all have googly eyes as well. There's a turtle with some flippers, some back feet. And penguin. Kicks his feet. They have a little water on them. I didn't dry them off since I last tried making this video. I've done it a few times. And the last time was a boat. It says 351 Ski Streak Racing Team and a Mercury motor. It has a wheel, steering wheel in there that turns but doesn't do anything, although you can move the motor side to side, so if you just want the boat to go in circles. And these all work really well still. So before I end the video, I'm going to put these in a little bit of water, just a small container, so stay tuned. Alright, back with the water. Right, drop the dolphin in first. Yeah, they're not too far to go, small container, but it's rubbing up against the side there. Here's the turtle. Next up, penguin. And I'll try to put the boat to do circles because it's a rather large toy for this container. Oh, there you go. Tomy Toys. Alright, thanks for watching, and check out the blog if you want to see a few more photos and close-ups. Alright, see you next time.